Welcome back to Auditory Precision. What we're going to get into now is stage 2. And stage 2 should be very familiar to anybody who's been shadowing or following a hearing aid specialist or an audiologist. And so here in stage 2, what we're going to be doing is the first fit. First fit is a term to know for stage 2. I've ordered the hearing aid, I've attached it to my correct 2cc coupler, and we went over some of the tests that are done within that electroacoustic analysis box and how to figure out the average of that. And so now I'm going to do my first fit. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to put in my audiogram, okay, my right and left audiogram. I'm also going to put in the age of the patient, the sex of the patient, and my UCL. My uncomfortable listening level is very important because it's going to take into consideration what is the desired sensation level for the patient to make sure that we don't make things too loud. Now, even though putting in all of this, we put it into a program called NOAA, and NOAA will hold all of the manufacturer programmings like Widex and Siemens and Phonak. And so I can put in my audiogram, I can put in that information. A lot of it is done for us, but this is what is important to know for the test and for stage 2. Fitting formulas. Now, most fitting formulas, we end up utilizing the manufacturer's fitting formula. This is why Siemens sounds like Siemens and Phonak sounds like Phonak, Widex sounds like Widex. Their fitting formulas give their hearing aids a special sound. But there's also universal fitting formulas that are popular. And the first one comes from the National Acoustic Laboratories. NAL, Nonlinear 1, and Nonlinear 2. Before nonlinear hearing aids, this was still around. I think it was NAL-R. But this is a nonlinear fitting formula. It is the most popular. And it does allow in a little bit more sound. It doesn't utilize as much compression as the manufacturers will. So sometimes if I have a person who's worn hearing aids for 7 years, they feel the hearing aids are too quiet, even though they're understanding everything. They're just unhappy with the hearing aid. They're not doing well. They're thinking about returning. Sometimes I'll switch the fitting formula to this, and sometimes they're more comfortable with something that they might be used to. But there are more specific fitting formulas that we need to know for the test. We have POGO and POGO 2, which you need to know. And this is for profound or severe hearing loss. This was specifically made for the patient who is really struggling across the board with their hearing. And therefore, if you had somebody who had severe to profound hearing loss, this would be a good one to utilize. So remember, POGO and POGO 2. We also have the Berger method, also the Lieberger. But to remember Berger, it's pretty easy because this was created for flat hearing loss. And so, like the Lieberger, I always just think of lying down, but anytime you would utilize a Berger fitting formula, it was for flat hearing loss. Berger is for flat hearing loss. Another specific one, which is very important, is your DSL-IO. This is for pediatric cases. You might get a question that says, you're seeing a patient and you decide to use the fitting formula DSL input-output. What patient might you be dealing with? And the answer would be pediatric. DSL does make an adult fitting formula, but this is very important to know that this DSL-I/O or input-output is for pediatric cases. The fitting formulas are extremely important to know for stage 2.